In the late 1800s, Zanzibar looked peaceful from the outside. Ships moved slowly through the harbor, and daily life went on as usual. But beneath that calm surface, something was already shifting. Far beyond the shoreline, British warships waited. They weren't there by accident. They were there to protect influence, control, and authority. In the palace, the atmosphere was tense. The Sultan was gone. Everyone knew that whoever claimed it next would decide Zanzibar's future. One man didn't wait for permission. He stepped forward and declared himself the new Sultan. And in doing so, he ignored one powerful voice. That voice belonged to the British Empire. For years, Britain had controlled who ruled Zanzibar, and this decision caught them completely off guard. So Britain responded the only way it knew how, with paperwork first and force if necessary. An ultimatum was delivered to the palace. The message was clear: step down or face consequences. The new Sultan read the letter carefully. He understood the threat, but he chose defiance over surrender. As the deadline approached, the situation escalated. The warships moved closer, and the clock kept ticking. By the morning of August 27, 1896, there was no more room for negotiation. At exactly 9 o'clock in the morning, British warships stood ready in Zanzibar's harbor. Their cannons were already aimed. Inside the palace, the Sultan's forces prepared to resist. They were outmatched, but they refused to back down. British officers watched the clock closely. When the final minute passed, there would be no more warnings. And then, the first cannon fired. The shells tore through the palace walls. Buildings collapsed within seconds. Zanzibar was under attack. Panic spread instantly. Orders were shouted, but there was no plan that could stop this. Even Zanzibar's small navy was destroyed. One ship after another was sunk. Almost immediately, realizing the fight was hopeless, the Sultan fled the palace under heavy fire. The resistance was collapsing. As the smoke cleared, British control was already being restored. From the first shot to total surrender, only 45 minutes had passed. When the firing stopped, the city fell silent. Zanzibar had surrendered. More than 500 people were killed or wounded. Entire defenses were wiped out in less than an hour. On the British side, only one sailor was injured, and even that injury was minor. Officially, it lasted just 45 minutes, making it the shortest war in recorded history. And that is how history recorded a war that ended before most people even realized it had begun.